Hey, what's up? It's DJ. Today we're taking a look at the Superduty pickup from the Roughneck modding crew. This mod is out now and features multiple different customization options to make this truck work just about however you want in the game. Obviously, it's built on the Ford Superduty and then converted over to a Lizard, and a lot of other things have been played around with too to make it actually drive really good in Farming Simulator. If you want to get your own, go into Mods and DLCs and go to the S's, or you can go up here to Cars and Bikes, and you're going to find it in here as well. Included in the pack, we have two things. We have the Superduty truck itself and a Superduty bed. Specifications for the truck itself: we have 740 horsepower. This cannot be changed. We also have an automatic transmission, 246 liters of fuel. It goes 71 miles an hour and weighs 11.2 tons. As far as wheel brands, we have quite a few fun ones on here. You've got a Michelin set, Continental, and Lizard. Now, in the Michelin set, you've got your Superduty singles. You've also got that lifted and then back down. So if you like that, you're good to go. We've also got the Continental as well, which has a couple different options here. So you got steel duals with a lift kit, you've got aluminum duals with a lift kit, and then aluminum dual cover with a lift kit as well, and then back to steel. And then as far as Lizard goes, you've got your off-road steel duals and a lift, as well as aluminum and the aluminum cover. So the Michelin set, you're really just going to be doing singles. However, Continentals and Lizards are both dually sets. Now, we talk about the exhaust. We have two of these. You've got one that kicks out to the side, or you've got the axle dump, which drops it right below the rear axle. As far as the grill guard, this is pretty simple. It's just a yes or a no. So nice and easy through there. And then we go to colors. You've got the main color of the truck itself, so you can change this to whatever you want. That's going to be the top. Then you've got the two-tone, which is everything around towards the bottom. I'm going to change this to blue just so you can get an idea of what does change, so that maybe you can get some ideas about what you want to change this to. Obviously, you can make it the exact same color as the top and not go with a two-tone. You can just make the whole thing match perfectly. Then we have our trim. I'm going to go in there and make this pink so you can see all the bits that it changes, and I'm also going to take away the grill guard so you can see that as well. So the entire grill itself is on there. You've got all the chrome bits around towards the side, which are changed, and the top of the mirrors. Nothing on top of the truck, and nothing around towards the inside, and nothing on the back. So that is what your trim is going to be changing up. I would recommend keeping this chrome, but you could also maybe make it black. Oh, that looks so good. So stupid. How good that looks. What about all red? It's a little tacky, but it is what it is. I'll stick to chrome. Then you've got your rim colors. We do have chrome in there, and they have silver as well, plus a white and black. As I've said, those are the four colors that you need, and they must have listened because they added those four colors in as custom colors. I like chrome, so we'll stick with that. And then we have the Superduty bed. This weighs 850 kgs by itself, and there's really not a whole lot to it. You may also know there's no rear trailer hitch on this because the rear trailer hitch is on the truck. So it's there all the time, no matter what. But we do still have other attachments. So you could do a gooseneck or a fifth wheel. So you can include either one of those around towards the top. You also have single or dual fenders, keeping it simple, which I really like. And then we've got some bed accessories. So you could put the headache rack on there, and then you could do the headache rack with strobe. So if this were to be a work truck, maybe it's an all-white truck, and you want to use this as a, work truck around your farm or something like that, definitely go with your beacons. There's also a toolbox. Did I mention that? Oh, yeah. And a toolbox and the headache rack, which is very, very cool. So plenty of options here to choose from to find what you like. There's also going to be straps on the back of the bed. No matter what attachment you put in there, whether it's got the fifth wheel or the gooseneck, it will also have straps, so you can still put something back there or put nothing and go with full straps around towards the whole thing. Then, lastly, we have main colors themselves. You do have your main color, which is going to be the top. We talked about that. And then you've got the two-tone. So exactly the same setup as you got on the truck. You've also got that here. And then, lastly, you have the trim color, which, as I mentioned, is going to be the same as on the truck. Now, for the trim color, there's a lot less on the bed that changes. You do have the Lizard logo on the very back, which changes. However, that is the only thing. I really like chrome for that. So we'll change that up. But it does look good in other colors. For example, black. Also, I appreciate that the Roughneck Modding Crew made the lizard logo like 3D, kind of pops a little bit. So it's always black, but if you pop it out, it's good to go. Check that out. That's awesome. Here is the truck that we just customized together. Now, of course, we could have gone with duals or something like that, but I don't know. I wanted to go with something a little bit more simple, easy, nice and easy. Plus, that's a good-looking truck, man. I mean, I got a GMC in real life, but I like this a whole lot. Let's take a look at some of the things that we can do. And to be honest, there's really not a lot. We can open and close the rear cover, so we've got that. We can move the rear hitch up and down. You can see that there. So if you've got stuff that's at a certain angle, you can change that up. As I mentioned, change your belts all the way across. And that is it. That is everything that you can do there. Now here's your interior. I like that they've got things actually working on the center there. That looks very, very cool. Let's see, we can cut some lights on maybe. There's only 2 sets of lights, I think. So we've got the main, we got the brights, and then off. I like the mains because they're good enough, but the brights do show up really, really well. You got backup lights, everything you need through there. The exhaust looks great under there. We've got that with the bottom dump. That looks good. And of course, you got side steps on the side too. So that is kind of everything there. Want to look around just a little bit more at the interior. Let's take away the HUD so that's not getting in our way. There we go. So now you can see everything a little bit better without having all of that stuff. And we've even got full seating too. Now, I don't know if there is seating for everybody, but I would imagine so. Here's a comparison of the 3 trucks, I guess, that we've got now. The white one and the red one are fairly similar, if not identical, because I went with 0 customization options on the white one. All I did was change the entire thing up to white, and then here is the blue one. Now, I did leave the back chrome on this one, but I mean, we've got the what do you call that thing? The toolbox. Yeah, that's it. We've got the full headache rack. I did not go with the beacons on there. I can customize that real quick. There we go. I changed a couple other things too. Went with the black wheels that it wants to come with, and then I went with a black trim too, just so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. But as you can see, Lizard still shows up there. And of course, we got your blinky blinkies. I like the blinky blinky. Those are great. Straps on towards the back. As we mentioned, they are appropriately spaced too, which makes things nice. And of course, you've seen the full bed setup. So there you go. They're all going to drive pretty similar just because, I mean, it's the same truck and they've all got the same engine in it. One thing that you will find is that you get a slightly different, not too much, but slightly different movement when it comes to everything. It's not very jelly-fied, I guess, if you will. If you're driving, it's going to be a little bit more stiff. However, if I can get up on here, I'm so embarrassed. There we go. We can take a little bit of a look. Let's just turn that off here. We can take a little look here at the extension, and the extension is pretty good. I will have to say it is pretty good. Let's jump back in here. We'll take a look at the extension from the back. You're really not going to see a whole lot more than that. And there we go. Let's see if I can make that stand again. Can we make that stand? I don't think so. But we do have a little bit of movement there and a little bit of extension back here. Again, it's not going to be too wild and crazy. It is dually after all, so you shouldn't expect a whole lot. Pretty stiff rear end, but this is a good thing. Before we jump into this and take a look at everything, I want to show you the animation. So the door opens when you get in, and the mirrors unfold when you get in. It has nothing to do with turning the truck on and off. It's just the way it is. If we get out, the mirrors fold in, and the door opens. So it's still the same order. But hey, at least there's that. It is very cool. So you can actually like get in and out of all of these, and the doors just kind of open and close. That's funny. I love that. I think that's very, very cool. It's neat. You know, it's the little things, man. It's the little things. Let's go take a look at the rear suspension movement now, and I also want to take a look at the front and see if anything has changed on this after switching over from the Lizard tires to, or Continental, I can't remember which ones are on that, but these are the Michelins. So that's going to be our extension on the Michelins. Pretty good. I don't know. I think it looks pretty similar. Let's move back over this. Yeah, buddy. And it looks like we're going to see something similar in the back to what we saw on the dually. although it does seem like it's a little bit more. I don't think it's a whole lot more. To be fair, we also have different suspension types, I think, in the front and the rear too. We've got springs at the front, and those leaf springs? I don't know what kind of springs those are, but it's definitely not a springy spring like these are. So you seen that? What I want to do now is I want to modify this so we can lift it, because I'm sure there's people that are going to want to be lifting their vehicles. So we'll take that, we'll do that, and now we've got a lot more angle on here. This is gonna be fun. Now let's see how we do. Can we keep all four wheels on the ground while we're going over this thing? Let's see. So, honestly, I don't know if this is gonna be a good enough showcase of this. It doesn't look like the rear has any more movement than it did before. Again, not a bad thing. It is nice that it's pretty stiff. However, I don't think I've got anywhere that I can test the front to see if it moves anymore. All right, I built some mountains. I'm not very good at building the mountains anymore. I was really, really good at it in Farm Sim 19, then 22 dropped. I was like, well, I suck at this. All right, so this should give us a really good idea because this is gonna be full extension. So it looks like the extension is no more on the lifted version than it is on the flat version. Very cool, nonetheless. Hey, can I get through here without getting stuck? I bet I can. It is a pretty sweet truck. Yay! All right, well, I think that was too easy. So next I do want to do a couple tests to see what all can we hook up to this. So I don't have any goosenecks right now. As a matter of fact, I think there's one in the base game, right? Isn't there an animal trailer in the base game somewhere? Yeah, this guy. That's what I wanted to take a look at. I will say that the guys over at Roughneck, they did send me a couple mods. However, it's been a little while, and so I'm sure they've changed a little bit from then to now. Now, I do have the, not the gooseneck, but I do have the fifth wheel on there, so that gooseneck is not gonna work. Not on that. Let's customize this and change it up. Let's put on that gooseneck attachment. Now, we should work a-okay with this. Back it up to it. Oh, hang on. I have my HUD off. There we go. All right, there we go. Attaches, no problem. Nothing else is a gooseneck, so, or this thing. I can't say I'm back and forth. All right, so swapped it back over to the fifth wheel. Let's see if it still connects up, and it does not. So you do need to make sure that you've got the correct attachment for it. So I've got a bunch more over here that I wanted to take a look at. Some of them are mods, some of them are base game pieces of equipment, and some of them are just different setups. So this is the car trailer. Shouldn't have any trouble with this. I believe this is a Slush's modding mod. So there you go. That works perfectly fine. The next one is a Rudolph trailer, and this has got a pin hitch, not a ball hitch. Let's see, can we hook up? Yes, we can. So you may want to go for the lifted version, and then raise the hitch. So that's that. Here's a ball hitch on a regular trailer, regular tipper trailer. Yep, hooks up just fine. The next one, I wanted to make this look like Austin Farmer, because I remember, was it about a year ago, maybe more? He went to Squad's farm and hooked up a grain bin to his truck. So I wanted to reproduce that. Totally doable. Yep. The next ones might be a little bit more difficult. I just chose two trailers that I thought were epic and wanted to hook these up and just see. So I've got, okay, this is gonna need some help. So I've got the fifth wheel. Fifth wheel should hook up. I'm gonna toggle my superpowers, and we're gonna bring this up, and I'm just gonna see, can I even make it happen? I don't think I can even make this happen. I need to pretty much just line it up. Oh, I did it! Oh, it did it! So, does it work? Absolutely. Oh, this is great. I love this. It has got more power than some of the semi-trucks that we've got, so it pulls it really well. Oh, that's so cool. Let's detach. And off we go. Okay, not too bad. Not bad at all. Let's back up. We got one more. This is the pits. This one shouldn't be more difficult to hook up to. Yeah, a whole lot easier to hook up to the pits trailer just because of the way that it's done. So it does look like once you've got things hooked up, they're not going to clip through the bed. This might be useful. There might be something that you want to use this truck for. And there you go. It does all of those things. And then we'll just let it go and drive right away. Fold it up, and we're good to go. One last thing I want to test. I want to get rid of the bed. There we go. And I want to see if any like gooseneck or anything pops up with the bed off. I know there's a couple trucks that do this. I don't think these do. I have no reason to believe that they should. You know, I just wanted to check and see what happens. There you go. So, no, they do not. I will also say that, yes, there is one bed that is included with this pack. I don't know if they're going to include more in the future. I would assume so, but I do not know the answer to that. And I just wanted to let you know, sometimes I know the answers to things, and I try not to talk about things if I don't know the answer, but I know you're going to ask. So I wanted to at least let you know and say, hey, I don't know yet. And that is really everything that I know about the Superduty pickup from the Roughneck modding crew. This mod is out now, so if you want to go download it, go check it out. It is for all platforms. Man, that's some good old black smoke coming out of the back of that. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on it. Get subscribed if you're new, and join the DjGoHam fam. Double check your notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. This is kind of like a standalone mod video, and I just wanted to do something a little bit different for you guys. So, there you go. If you like this one, let me know. Otherwise, have a good one. We'll see you later.